Your car payment is literally killing you. This is what I want to say to folks when they come in with a car payment of several $100s and they're not, maxing out retirement accounts, doing what they need to do to save a good percentage of their income. So I wanted to go through today probably one of the biggest mistakes that I see, and that is having too big of a car payment, especially too early on in life. I wanted to show you exactly what that's going to cost you potentially over the 5-year period of a car loan, but also more importantly, over the 40-year investment horizon that you potentially have in lost opportunity cost. What we have is pretending that somebody has $15,000 in cash. They can buy a perfectly great used car, or they can buy a new car with $15K down, ranging from $30,000 all the way up to $80,000. We're going to assume that this is a prime borrower, which right now in 2024, according to NerdWallet, the rate would be about 6.89% on an auto loan. And we'll assume it's going to be about 60 months, so 5-year loan. So let's dig into what that looks like and what that's actually going to cost you. This client, we're going to assume purchase price anywhere from 30 to 80 grand. We have a spreadsheet where we're looking at the $10,000 increments from 30 all the way up to 80. We're going to look at the payment after putting $15,000 down. What is that monthly payment? How much do we pay to the bank or the lender over 5 years? And then what is that 40-year opportunity cost, assuming 7% returns if we're putting money into a car payment instead of putting it into our Roth IRAs or 401ks, TSPs, taxable brokerage account, whatever it is. We can assume over really, really long periods of time, around 7% real annualized returns. So that's where that comes from. Okay, so I'm just going to talk you through a few of the results. If you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, you can see this. If not, I'll talk you through it. But $30,000 purchase price, so we're going to put $15K down. Our monthly payment is going to be $296 a month. Over 5 years, we're going to pay $21,000. And our 40-year opportunity cost is going to be $225,000, right? That's pretty crazy when you think about it. We could go buy a $15,000 car in cash, or we just put half down and buy a $30,000 car on loan. That is going to cost us only a few $100 a month. But if we're doing that instead of maxing out, let's just say our Roth IRA, over 40 years, that one decision is going to cost us $225,000. So kind of just puts it into perspective, really what we're, at least gives us the information we need to make a good decision about maybe going and buying that $30,000 car. Let's step it up a little bit. $60,000. At 60 grand, our payment after putting $15K down is going to be $987 a month. We're going to pay $70,000 over the life of that loan. And then over 40 years, that one decision for that $60,000 car is going to cost us $752,000. Okay, so $750,000. All right, $80,000 car, not uncommon, right? Teslas, we've got Cybertrucks out there, all kinds of cars. Our payment after putting $15K down is going to be $1,382 a month. Over 5 years, we're going to pay about 98 grand of this loan. That one decision to buy that $80,000 car, right? In our 30s, especially our 20s, those of us with 40 plus 50, 60-year investment time horizons, over 40 years, that one decision will cost us $1.05 million. So when I say big car payments, especially early on in life, are $1 million mistakes, that's not making it up. That is literally the truth. You are quite literally foregoing potentially millions of dollars. And some people will make this decision again and again and again in subsequent years with subsequent vehicles. All this to say, I'm certainly not telling people that they can't buy new cars, they can't have car loans. I'm more so just pointing out the numbers, what this is really costing you. It's very normal to have a mortgage in America. It's unfortunately become very normal to have also a car payment on a depreciating asset that sits in your driveway about 95% of the time. We're not in it all day, every day. Most of us aren't. And we're going to have to buy another one. Again, just want to put the numbers in front of you so you can really think about this. If this is you, if you're thinking about buying a car, really know what you're getting into, know what interest you're paying, what potential opportunity cost you're foregoing to have that car payment, have that shiny vehicle. I think, I don't agree with everything Dave Ramsey says, but he does have a decent rule on this. His rule of thumb is, hey, you got to be a millionaire and you can go buy, a nice car. You can go buy a toy once you're a millionaire. I don't know if that's right or wrong. For some people, that probably makes sense. For others, maybe they can do it earlier. I just thought that was a decent rule of thumb. I've kind of always liked that thinking by him. Me personally, I probably won't ever own a super, super luxury vehicle. Certainly don't drive the newest car and probably won't for a really, really long time. I think the earlier we can put this shiny object off, the data here shows us that the better off we will be over long periods of time. Putting several $100s a month instead of into a depreciating asset, we're putting it into long-term diversified portfolios or pieces of rental real estate. So I hope that this was useful, a useful review of why I think car payments are so detrimental to people's financial situations, especially early on in life when we have many decades of compounding. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you next week. Thanks. Thank you for joining us today. Do you want the exact financial planning framework that I use with clients? Go visit baskinfp.com, where you can grab a free download of the ultimate military and veteran financial checklist to give you the bluff on what you need to be doing to manage your finances. We'll be back next week with some more content to help you on your journey to financial freedom. See you then. This is a friendly reminder that the Bluff Finance Podcast is general and educational in nature and does not constitute tax, investment, legal, or financial advice with respect to any particular individual or taxpayer. Please consult with your own tax, legal, financial, and other advisors regarding your own unique situation.